welcome back to another episode of It Pricked. It's a rose by yours truly, none other than Dirisa Nyagia. So in today's episode, I have a very special guest. She goes by the name Grace. She's going to grace our set, and I'll give her the chance to introduce herself so that we can then introduce the topic and we can have today's podcast episode as a successful one. Welcome, Grace.
I go by the name Ingabo Grace, but I'm popularly known as the IG because I'm a YouTuber. Mm-hmm. I do content on lifestyle. I do vlogs. I sometimes do interviews based on the mood. So that's my type of content.
Okay. Welcome, guys. So you've heard from Grace herself. She's a content creator, to be precise. She does lifestyle videos. You can also check her out on all her socials. Could you mind sharing?
Yeah, I have my socials. I am a TikToker also. I do TikToks once in a while. And on TikTok and Instagram, it is the one IG with underscores. The _1_IG. But on Instagram, or not on Instagram, on YouTube, the IG.
The IG.
Yes.
And I go by Doris_Wanyagia on every other platform you'd like to look for me. So in today's episode, we have a very light episode. People have been talking. People have learned the art of speaking out whenever things feel as if they're not okay. Yeah. So today's episode, we are going to be talking about toxicity. Toxicity in terms of family, family, friends, and work. So there are a lot of levels of toxicity in this environment. That is the work environment, the friends environment, and the family environment. So all of them lie in different categories. All of them present themselves in different forms. So I'd like us to break them down and get a feel of what you define as toxicity and probably of examples you've experienced with each and every one. Sawa sawa? So we'll start with work. So what, first of all, do we define as toxicity, and how is toxicity seen in work? And have you ever had the chance of seeing toxicity in any work environment you've been before?
So me, I'll define my toxicity generally as that negative aspect that will affect your life, personally affect your life. I'm this kind of person mwenye huwa anajituma sana, and then but I don't want somebody to take advantage of that. So unapata when you work too much, people will assume that when they call you, you'll just come. So sometimes we used to work from Sunday to Sunday. So when they call you any day, anytime, you're supposed to be there. Because now usipoenda unaweza futwa hata kazi. It was that bad.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So it was that bad. Ukikosa kuenda, or if you don't do what they want, unaweza kosa kukuja the next day. And something funny, it was a family business. Like ni watu wa familia moja. So anything small, wewe mtu wa nje, you can go any day, anytime. So that was the reason as to why niliona no, that this environment is not good for me. So I decided to just leave.
Okay.
And probably if somebody is watching this content, when they were there, they will not understand me because I looked like I'm okay until I left. You know, ilikuwa that bad. I couldn't stay and see that affect my life.
Yeah, that is with there's something with toxic environments that you as a person are the only ones who know what it is doing to your heart.
Yeah.
Like you're the only one who knows what mental torture you undergo.
Yeah,
so me seeing from an outside perspective, I'll never understand what is undergoing with you. And probably you put it out that you're going to push every other day, every other day. But people don't know that the environment is toxic for you. Yeah, okay.
So maybe the people who used to see me that bad were my family, my immediate family. Because now ningetoka kazi, I'm so exhausted, and the next day you're supposed to go back to work. So they were the ones motivating me, but in real sense I didn't want to go back there. So I decided to come up with something that made me just leave and go. I don't know if they even know where I am right now, but I'm jobless. To be honest, right now I'm jobless, but I I rather choose that one, being jobless, than being in such an environment. Yeah, so that was my experience at my workplace.
At toxic levels. For me, I define toxicity as also, I think, negative energy, or energy that is not additional value to a person.
Right.
So I've had a chance of identifying and seeing from afar, or probably even also part of, but seeing how toxic environments they operate. So there's this kind of people who are usually like they want to do you wrong today and tomorrow soothe you with something. Like I decide, like a child, you see the way a parent will beat a child but tomorrow buy them ice cream. So the other day the child does not remember the beating but remembers the ice cream only. So there are these kind of people who believe that even if I wrong you today, then tomorrow I do you something good. You should forget today and only remember the good. So they're like massaging your ego. Like they feel, I think we've done them bad. Let us correct it by doing this. They think you'll forget. I've seen such environments, such work environments that I call toxic, because that is toxicity in any form. This is a person that is only there to make you, to show you that it is me. You depend on me to survive.
Oh, that's true.
Without me, you are nothing. Without me, you cannot do it in this life. Do you know, without me, you cannot eat? Like, there are such kind of people. There are such kind of environments that ensure that, like, you'll feel as if you need me to survive. And I define that as toxicity because, for God's sake, I don't need you to survive.
I don't get why people should just treat someone in that kind of manner, because now why? Somebody has come there because they are in need of that job. So you are not supposed to subject someone to that kind of torture because you are in a better position than they are. Because you never know tomorrow, I might be now
the other way around. And also I tend to think as to take jobs as transactional. Like, you took me because you know there's something you need I have, and I also know there's something I need that you have, which is money, definitely, for the employee. But for the employer, there's a skill that I have that you offer. So I tend to feel bad when I see environments that are so toxic, because they exist. There are people who believe that without them, you can't do it. And it is not supposed to be like that. We're supposed to respect each other. Correct me if I'm wrong. Teach me that my way there, what I did was not correct. But please do not take advantage of the fact that I'm an employee of yours. Yeah.
I on that, just to finish up the workspace thing, I sometimes, or the place that I was, I had that toxic environment, but at least it taught me something in life. This life, it's not that you are supposed to depend. It's still as if you depend on that person. You can leave that toxic environment. And I just, now people think that because I don't have, I will stay because I don't have. You can still live
without it. Yeah. Then there's also that, like, you also get people who survive in toxic environments because we are living in hard times, and people know, like, for real, without a job you won't eat, you won't pay your rent, you won't pay your bills, and you need to do all these things. So some people tend to stay in toxic environments
because of that.
Have depression. Guys go to work every other day, but in the evenings they're not okay.
That's true.
They're not okay. You hear a person saying that I don't even watch movies, like I don't even have a social life. Then you are like, what do you do after work? I get home very tired, I only sleep. Like, that is
so
a replica of a very depressed generation who think they are working, but instead are in toxic environments with toxic people who think that without them they cannot survive, which I think is not correct. So that is my own toxicity. But if I am a person, or you are a person that is struggling with toxicity, toxic environments, like, just know, as Grace, like you've said, like, you will survive even
you
without
will survive
time.
without them. It's not a must that you stay in that same situation, and in real sense you are suffering inside. Just leave, and something else will just come. Or instead of you staying in that specific position that you are in, just maneuver around. things will just fall into place, however long or short it may take.
Yeah. Like time is just but a factor. Anyway, that is it on toxicity. We all agree that people should change their ways from being toxic people to being better people, and know that these guys can survive even without you. So then we go to friends. So friends, there are some friends that are very toxic to our lives, that bring that negative energy to us, and yet you love them because they are your friends, or you feel like if I leave them and I don't even have time to make other new friends who are my friends. So I don't know what's your take on toxic friends, whether you've had an experience with such or something of the sort.
Yeah, before I give me examples, do you know that friends kill friends because of one reason or another? People watch news here and there, and you find that the people close to you are the people who know you very well. They know your footsteps, and they can even kill you if they want to. But now when we talk about the toxic friends, my own perspective is this. I have had a friend who, when we are together, she encourages me. We talk about like good things, we talk about stuff like unaona huyu mtu, you can move to the next level with this kind of person. But when she is in another crowd of people, she will talk now against me. So it is now contradicting. Are you my friend or are you my enemy? So this kind of person anaweza kakuuza tu when you are not even aware.
Like you are thinking it's that just my friends. normal friend business.
And I even had a recording. You know, you cannot have that evidence until mtu accurate. I just told someone, just record for me, let me just hear what she was talking about, and then I will then conclude. They sent me that recording and I was shocked.
Wow, like I didn't know such exist. Like, do guys really talk bad against people at the back and they're recorded?
Yes.
Like, I thought these things were scripted. I thought that is.
I was so shocked.
Like, for real, your friend was.
And that friend of mine, she's the same person who could talk bad about another person with me. So it was like a circle.
So it's a red flag. It's a red flag if you realize your friend is talking bad about other friends of theirs to you.
That's a very toxic trait for me. If we are together as friends, if she has a problem with you, go and tell her. Don't come and tell me. I prefer just go talk to her and then sort your issues. When you're done, come back to her.
Okay. I think for me, toxic friends are people that I've encountered along the way that they feel like they're inferior and make you feel bad for whatever position you are at in life. So these are people who will complain at any time they get. That is, in fact, letters today probably we are discussing about something. Then all of a sudden we start going like, but lucky you are like this. Me on the other hand, I'm woishe. Like
they are not seeing themselves as being better.
Yeah.
They can't. Then they wanna jieka for that spot of being so inferior.
Then they want to project it to you for you to feel bad. Like instead of, I have learned the art of celebrating my friends. Like if me and you win something, like I don't feel bad at all. I want to celebrate you because I know when you win, I also win. But there are these guys that will ensure they reflect their insecurities to you. Like you'll feel bad because you're winning. You're like,
why are you winning and I'm not winning? We're supposed to be winning together.
Yes.
It seems like a competition.
It's a competition, and it's not supposed to be like that. So there are guys, I've also seen some, I've also experienced some who like reflect their utmost insecurities to you instead of making you feel better. So that is one. Then two, there are these kind of friends who only come to you when they need anything, when they need something. So you'll spend an entire year, January to September, like I only text you, hi, you never reply to me. Then when you reply or when you talk to me, you're like, bro, sis, why am I using bro? Sis, nahitaji this amount of money. I'm like, but we haven't been talking.
So why are you coming?
I thought you only borrow guys you're talking to. Why are you borrowing me as a person? Yeah. So like I think toxicity is something we should stop as friends. Let us celebrate each other. If I'm winning and you're not yet there, wait for your turn, like it will come. But I was also reading something like don't feel bad when it feels bad for you when you're not winning. Like jealousy, I read somewhere, I don't know whether you agree, you can tell me whether you agree, that jealousy as a feeling is not supposed to be a bad feeling.
Unless you project it to someone.
So the interpretation was this, that being jealous of you, for example, I say, I'm jealous of your hair. It's like I admire your hair. I don't want it, I have no problem with it, but I'm like, wow, if I got such, wow, it would be nice. So like given outwardly.
It's not supposed to be negative jealousy.
Yeah, jealousy is not supposed to be a negative thing.
I think
but
I've learned something today. I've learned something today.
Yeah, but guys have learned the art of only taking it negatively. That's why when someone says she's jealous of you, you feel bad. You're like, that is something bad.
By the way, when I started my YouTube channel, it was like 3 years ago, and by now people are asking me, why have you been on YouTube for that long, and probably you're not earning something out of it. I think the people I was surrounding myself with, they were not my friends. You know, when you're a friend to someone, you expect that they will support anything that you do, so long as it's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't think if that is toxicity. I want you to help me reach to that place. But I think most of my friends, they don't even watch me.
But don't worry.
But I don't think that's a problem.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a problem because you never know on their side what is happening.
Yeah. Then also again, there's this interpretation of that. Like, we are not liable to support you. Like me, I never, like, I don't feel like
it's a must.
You're not, it's not a must for you to support me. I'll find guys who will support me.
Genuinely, right?
Yeah, genuinely. Someone who will enjoy my content and they'll be like, wow, I enjoy her content. I'll ensure that I watch her every other day. I don't even know her, but I enjoy her content. So there are such kind of guys. But then, you like, it's okay if your friends don't watch you. If you don't enjoy what I do, it's okay. Probably.
But you know, it's a matter of opinion.
Yeah.
I might be doing something that you don't like.
Yeah.
So I think it's a matter of opinion. I've been blaming myself for a very long time because why are my friends not watching me?
I don't even blame yourself.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Like you'll find that there are 100 people that are watching. They probably have never even met you.
Yeah, that's
but they enjoy your content. But they enjoy your content. So probably your friends know you, see these areas, so they are like, leo alifanya Kakamega, sinajua Kakamega yote.
They want maybe they will come back when you go to a new place.
Yes, probably you're going to US next month. They'll have to watch you. They will have to see the views of US through your eye. Yeah, so don't feel bad. Like, don't feel bad if guys who you love.
But I can't call that toxicity.
Yeah, that is not toxicity.
Something different and an opinion based on their
likes. Yeah. So now let's move to family toxicity. When we talk about family toxicity, probably these are characters that you can pick out from families and you're like, this is not supposed to happen in families. This is not a character that should be seen in families. This by default, by no defense, you can call it toxicity. For me, I think I would call family toxicity as also the same as the friendship toxicity. That is in terms of we are siblings, we love each other, we are related, but we never communicate. But in case you need anything, hello, 10K. Yeah, so I think that is family toxicity. And also I think family should be the first people that support you.
That's true. That's what I wanted to say, by the way. Because they are your immediate people. Before you meet people outside, it's the family that you see first. So if they don't support you, how will you know that in social work, I'm a social worker. So in social work we say children learn from their environment. So kama ulikuwa kwa hiyo environment yenye people don't love one another, people have those toxic traits, you are spreading the wings to
others,
to the other generations. So you just love the people you are with at that moment. If your family love your people, lakini now when you now start behaving like a friend, not a family member, it now turns out negative.
Yeah, I think I'd love it even if friends don't support me.
But my family does, right?
But my family does.
Yeah, that's
like friends, I'm okay. We met in the way of life. We are not even related. We are not tied. But family, you'll have to support me whatever I do. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
But ensure that you support me, because if at all your family will not watch you, who else will watch you? But then it comes to a point where some guys, you find that their family, probably if your mommy or daddy is elderly and they are not into YouTube things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that is understandable. But your siblings, they have mobile phones. They're also even creators and they don't support you. That
so
we call out as toxicity of the highest degree. Yeah.
My mom is my number one support system. Hakuna video yenye I've done she has not commented, she has not watched. We have done videos together. So that's like a good show for her. But now when we go to the extended, let me just not go to that point. when I go to my extended family, they have I've just pinpointed those who watch me, but a larger group of it, I don't think if they watch me, but it's okay. Again, as I said earlier, it's okay if they don't want to. They are also human beings. Maybe they are not
preferences
accepted.
are different.
Yeah.
No problem. No, there's nothing as good as having your family support you. Like when a family member calls you out and they're like, wow, I watched what you did. That was so awesome. Like a random cousin from somewhere. Like I have a cousin who regularly does so. Like it feels so good.
Yeah,
it means that your family is seeing you.
They're watching you.
Yeah. And
they can even advise on what to do. They can even support you once in a while to do your content. It's so nice when family supports you. You know, you feel as if you have people. Hata kama wainje, they will not watch you. You still
you
have
don't
family.
care. Like you have central base in support. Twende. Let's go.
It's not about the content alone, but everything best in life.
Yeah, everything else. Actually, everything else. If family decides that today you want to start a business and the first guys to be like, itaweza kweli, you'll feel bad. But if they're the first people to tell you, just go. How much do you need? How much do you need? 50,000. Shika 40.
Yeah. You have those united families.
Yeah.
And then when you start feeling as if they have that class difference in your family, then I think that's the toxic part. For me, that's the toxic part. Like kuna wengine they are pale juu and then class difference. Kuna wenye wako juu, kuna wenye wako chini. So instead of you uniting together, hata kama the other ones are not well off, now that's the big deal for me.
Oh, so they break, like they live as if they are apart instead of you with your little and me with my many, we unite and still remain family. Yeah, I think I also concur. They should remain family regardless of whatever the case is. But I think for me that is it for toxicity. I call it out anytime I see it, although at some point it is out of your control. For example, the work environment, it is out of you. Like you cannot change whoever employed you or whoever pays your salary. But for family and friends, you have the ability to call them out, tell them, by the way, what you're doing is not correct, is not supposed to be done like that. For friends, you can choose to tell them, by the way, stop feeling inferior. Inferiority complex is not such.
You have time to advise that person.
Yeah. But that is it for me on toxicity. Like everybody else, if you ever feel like you're working in a toxic environment, please seek help. Like talk it out. At least get yourself some friends whereby you can talk out your issues and you feel better after a session of talk. Like for example, before we started, we had talked about work environments. So it felt so much better.
At least you told someone.
Yeah.
Like,
and someone was like, na relate. You know me, in that situation, I did this and this and this to handle it. So for anybody feeling like they're struggling in a toxic environment, please talk it out to your friends.
And it's good for mental health. Because I also do mental health videos once in a while. Because I feel our society today is facing a lot of problems and it's affecting their mental health. You can assume that your friend is okay, but in real sense, if you don't check up on that person, they will not even tell you that they are suffering inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's good to check on your friends, know how they are doing. You should also reciprocate the same. And I think as a society, in a far, like, we understand one another. Because never assume uko sawa na uko sawa. I can be saying that, oh, my friend who are anininim, they don't call me, they don't check up on me, but they also have their own problems.
They have also, their own issues.
But yeah.
At the end of the day, check up on your people. They probably are in a very toxic environment and they can't even realize it, or even if they realize it, they are wondering how do they get out of it. And it is hard, by the way, for such people that have such a toxic environment where I do you bad today but tomorrow I'll do you good. Like it's like having a toxic boyfriend. This guy knows how to buy you roses, how to buy you chocolate, and to do everything.
And then tomorrow, domestic violence.
Yes, then he beats you tomorrow. Then after that, he buys you a bouquet of roses, all kind of things, and you're like, I think yesterday was just a small mistake, small misunderstanding, and you maintain the relationship.
And I think the next time we're supposed to talk about social media toxicity.
Social media toxicity. Sure, it happens. It happens a lot. A lot. We'll definitely do it. But that has been it on toxicity. Probably give you a chance to sign out, tell us something, leave us a note, and I usually tell my guests to do something. So yes, we are talking about toxicity, but I usually tell guys to write a letter to you 5-year younger girl and 5-year older girl. So
the 5-year younger girl, who's the younger IG. So I will want to tell her that the world is so full of possibilities. All you have to do is believe in yourself. Just have confidence. Because I'm talking in the future me, because back then I was not confident, and I would have started my YouTube earlier on if I was confident. But if that girl will have known how possible it is for her to move to greater heights, she would have done more. So to my future me, I want to say this. To the big IG that you are, the famous person, you have done your best, and you know where you came from. It was not the same as what you are right now, and I would like to thank you for moving forward, for conquering your fears, and having been to this place. I know God has blessed you, and you will also bless others. So that's to the future age.
Wow. To all the best, all the best. Your 5-year plus girl would love you for giving you this note. 5 years from now, we hope to have you again on this set, as we now tell the girl that you did right by telling you what you did, and we have now cry. Achieved. Yes, you must cry. You must cry, definitely. But I'm so grateful. Thank you for gracing our set, Grace. Thank you. Graciously, thank you. I'm not in a dress. I would have done that better. But anyway, thank you so much. That has been it on toxicity, and I hope that you learn that I'm happy for you. I'm happy for the fact that you left a toxic environment knowingly, that even the world did not know, but you yourself knew and left the environment. And don't worry, as you've said, the world is full of possibilities, and we'll definitely meet. So thank you for gracing It Pricked It's a Rose. Until next time, we'll be grateful to have you again. And to you, my guys, thank you for watching up until this moment. Thank you so much, Vince Moment, for shooting this episode. We're so grateful to you, and thank you so much. Until next episode, my name is Doris Wanyaga from It Pricked It's a Rose. Bye bye.